Good morning, this is E.T. from misty morning Australia, somewhere in the middle of nowhere. Today I'd like to explain where pollution comes from. This is a thing, you see. Pollution comes from ego. Yes, that's right. Ego, hubris and vanity. That's where pollution comes from. What is the cause of this? Keeping up with each other in material things causes the need for people to manufacture things. Manufacturing things causes the need to use energy, and energy causes pollution. How do you get out of that? Very difficult. When you've got a world population expanding and more people wanting to join the first world in their material gain and material luxury, how do you cut back on pollution? Well, it's very difficult. The only way to do that is for everyone to cut back on demand and even basic needs. Basic needs in a modern world require a lot of energy. Who's at fault? They say capitalism is a cause of pollution. Is it? The alternative to capitalism is what? There's no alternative to capitalism that we know of that suits a modern society with all its demands of its people. The people demand a car, 2 cars or 3 cars per family. They have to be manufactured using energy. Energy creates pollution. They say men are the cause of this. Is it true? Why are men the cause of all the pollution? When surely, if women were less demanding in the materialistic sense, there would be no need, as less pressure to produce and therefore use less energy. So when one lot, like women, blame men for pollution, actually it's a decoy, or they don't understand. It might be them causing the pollution. Because if you're demanding a better house, so a man can't get one unless you have a better house, a bigger job, bigger car, more expensive house and things like that. Well, someone's got to create the wealth and the capital to generate that, and that all gets back down to pollution. We're not in the wooden age or stone age, we're in the metal age. And to process metals you need to burn coal, oil or gas. There is no alternative, and that they're part of the metal process. Until now there is no other way of mass producing metallic goods without using energy that is from a fossil fuel. So when they say, oh, this or that's causing pollution, no, consumption's causing pollution, and it's hard to get away with. You can't have an increasing population what is all desires to live as wealthy as the richest women and men in, say, North Sydney or some Manhattan, and not create more pollution. Consumption creates pollution, and as people demand more and more, there must be more and more pollution. There might be less pollution in Australia, but there will certainly be more pollution in India and China. So the cutback on pollution in Australia is a false economy for a start, because it's costing Australia a fortune in energy costs, and won't make any difference to climates whatsoever, because China is increasing its pollution to keep up for world demand, and then eventually it will then transport its energy to other places who are going broke because of their energy costs. Very clever of the Chinese. While the rest of the world acts really stupid, pretending it's going to save the planet. It's exporting all its pollution to China and India and Asia. And then its politicians say, no, we're doing something about climate. No. They're doing nothing about climate whatsoever. because they're just sending their pollution offshore. It'll be years and years before Chinese population levels out and stops needing to keep up with the rich West. The best thing to do about climate is prepare your own country to adapt to whatever it will be, and the people who are born into the climate they will be lived through. Everyone has their own time-space continuum they're born within, and they learn to adapt within that. That's how humanity has evolved over the eons. But when it gets back, let's get back to pollution. The cause of that is consumption, and if women demand more and more, then there must be more pollution to cater to that. So we're not blaming capitalism, but without capitalism there is none of this consumption. There's no investment in consumption. And who wants to live in North Korea? Maybe the ladies who want equality prefer the North Korean model. Who knows? Maybe that's what they crave. Total equality. Blandness of equality. How amazing. Dare to be different. Be a free man. Adios. This is E.T. from nice misty morning Australia.